was definitely on point. He'd match him in the air really well, but what ended up happening was he wouldn't be able to really kill him off the landing catches.
Yeah, but up next, this is the set you and I were talking about beforehand. This is a very exciting set. We're going to get to see WebbJP versus 8BitMan, and this is a really weird matchup, but I think if there's any Rob out there who can make this work offline, it's 8BitMan's definitely like a really good candidate for it.
Very experienced with Rob, and Webb, of course, former Lucas main, now plays Zero Suit, made the full switch to her, and he's been making waves with her, man. He's leveled up just an incredible amount over the COVID season, and now looking to show what he can do offline here against 8BitMan. But 8BitMan, of course, not going to make that easy for him.
Yeah, 8BitMan's been a terror of this game for years and years now. So it's really like a litmus test of how good is this ZSS really offline, is can you beat 8BitMan? And already off the bat, 110%, not going to be able to hold on to this stock too much longer without some really good defensive play. But Charlie, Webb is playing avoidance really well right now.
Playing around the gyro. He's recognizing that he does not want to get sandwiched in between it. He's very reactive to how the gyro is positioned relative to him, and he's trying not to get too close to it in a spot where 8BitMan can sandwich. Oh, yes. The frame 10 up smash out of shield's going to be able to get that punish on the side B. Webb a little bit too close with the side B in that position. Unfortunately, this position didn't. 8BitMan's going to capitalize.
But now coming back down to stage, Webb's not out of this yet. Obviously, 8BitMan's found himself a pretty huge lead, and this is a great opportunity for extra credit. But Webb very well could take the stock soon. He just has to figure out how to play around 8BitMan's shield. And that's the biggest thing that we're seeing so far is 8BitMan is showing himself to be very comfortable in shield, and Webb hasn't really found a way to force him out of shield.
Exactly. You know, Zero Suit definitely one of the characters with the better shield pressure in this game. So she has to really condition you into, to scare you into shield so that she can find those grabs. But on if they're playing reactive, it's a little bit more difficult. Not going to be able to take that stock with the berry into up B. Rob is a little bit too heavy for that.
Yeah, some fantastic DI from 8BitMan as well.
Absolutely, yes.
That would have killed on a lesser player.
For sure.
Wow, he's going to be able to get the up smash. Very nice from WebbJP. So,
quick
65%, not too much for ZSS to take back in a moment, but oh no, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, 8BitMan taking advantage beautifully.
Okay.
Gets the grab, going to go for the dash attack too, and catches. Oh, this is so hard for Webb to get past him here.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow, okay. My goodness, that was... The coverage from 8BitMan was really, that was cracked. That was insane. He threw out the down tilt to cover him, dropping off the ledge, and then covered the low Zair with the perfectly timed down air. He recognized that a lot of Zero Suits, when they do that Zair, they like to delay in spots like that so they can get more ledge invincibility when they grab, because the longer you're off stage, the more invincibility you have when you snap. And also because they don't want to just get, it's a mix-up, right? They feel safe down there, and 8BitMan just hard called it out with the dare.
Yeah, and I think that's just a player matchup experience thing that 8BitMan is just so comfortable, so in his element here. Was that a JV3?
Maybe.
I think that might have been a JV3 now that I'm thinking about it a little bit. But going into game number 2, running it right back to PS2 shows a little bit of confidence from Webb.
Yeah, I feel like he was definitely, his movement was definitely in the, he was in the right headspace. He just ended up, just making a couple of minor mistakes that ended up. That's the thing. Rob will kill you for a very small mistake. You'll shoplift and you'll get life in prison. It's insane.
And I think that's just the thing that makes Rob a very good character in this game. A lot of the top tiers, the high tiers, have that sort of X factor where, oh, you made one mistake, well, you're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you really have to avoid even those minor mistakes. Though, Webb definitely a player of a caliber where he can recognize them and immediately adjust.
Yeah, and speaking of adjustments, this has been a fantastic start to game number 2 for Webb, keeping it much more even than game was. Great Zair there, but 8BitMan reacting to it and punishing it. Oh, no!
No way.
Webb tries to go for that to get back up on stage, and Gyro just says, go away.
Excellent read coming out from Webb, recognizing that 8BitMan would get scared and air dodge to the ground there. Off the Zair, able to even up the game. I love the cross-up on the forward air, making it look like he could get shield grabbed in that spot. Baiting out and getting the punish.
Oh, comes back up onto stage. Webb's trying to find this ledge trap, but 8BitMan's doing a really good job of... Wow!
Yeah, he hard called that out. He recognized that 8BitMan was going to drift onto the stage with a nair, and he stayed right far enough outside the range of nair to get the hard punish.
now. 8BitMan still struggling to find his way back up on stage, but the Nair and the gyro are going to be able to create that little bit of space that he needed, and Webb's actually been having a hard time punishing these spaced Nairs on shield. It's really been... there's only really one way to do it, right? That's parry. And
parry. You can hard call out and hit him before he does it, right? But like the main thing is you want to avoid it and fight him in neutral. Avoid it, fight him in neutral, and then when you really have it, like,
oh no,
when you really have a read, that's when you go for the parry.
Oh, going to get the parry there. This should be a kill. Fantastic flip kick back up onto stage from Webb.
He made it look like he was going to go low, went for the drift down, double jump, immediate flip kick to try to bait 8BitMan into thinking he was going to go low, got the berry, and got the punish off of it.
Yeah, fantastic mix up there. And that's been the difference maker so far between this and game number 1 is that Webb's been doing a really good job of mixing up his options a lot more than he did during the last game. 8BitMan going very low there.
Get that gyro away from you.
Yeah.
Whenever you see the gyro behind you and Rob's in front of you, you grab the gyro.
You do not want to get ping-ponged.
You do not interact with Rob, even if he's at the ledge. It's not worth the reversal. Oh, I thought that would have been the berry there, but right off the mark, but he still has him in an excellent spot. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. True.
Really risky, but I like it. I really like that play from Webb.
Who didn't see that coming?
8BitMan?
In that, true. Yeah, in that spot, he was just in prime position. He's a giant hurt box under him. Yeah, this perfect stuff. Plus, if he missed, he had a stock. Yeah,
I think and that's the risk reward that you can really commend a player for is, hey, I've got a stock lead. I'm at like 140%. There's really no reason for me to not go for this because worst case scenario, okay, we just reset to neutral and I'm even stock.
Right, and it was a good spot to do it in too. It's not like 8BitMan like could have easily avoided, like even on reaction there, 8BitMan had to. It was on him to react right away with an air dodge, right? Even if he pressed a button, it could have traded too. So that's just an excellent spot to go for that situation. And going straight back to PS2 again, I respect it. I relate to it.
Little head nod from Webb. He's like, yeah, we're just...
All right, these two, definitely. The adaptation for both of these players has been pretty wild.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Going into game number 3, I think this is our first game 3 of the block. It happens in our second set, and what better set to have it in than these two titans playing out against each other? We mentioned it earlier, and
see the way he spaced around that Nair. He was literally a centimeter away from the fire. Perfectly controlled his drift to get the punish there. Rolling away from the gyro, very smart as well.
I mean, that's exactly what we talked about earlier about spacing away from that Nair, and wow, what a grab there to interrupt the laser coming out.
8BitMan with the air-to-air, almost got the punish with the neutral beat. Was a little bit too slow if he had let it rip slightly earlier. Yep. Rolling away. Wow. He rolled away from the landing pressure of the aerial, but Webb just reacted and grabbed him out of the roll.
Webb's shield pressure, we literally mentioned at game number 1 how Webb was kind of lacking in pressuring 8BitMan's shield. He was just really comfortable holding shield against him. And it seems that he's made some really, really good adjustments. We see him crossing up shield constantly, going for grabs, punishing 8BitMan's out of shield options.
Wow. I thought he'd go for the immediate up B because that true combo's into up B. And he knows that. I've seen him go for
no.
Wow.
Oh, Charlie.
Excellent. Wow, what a play. He baited the hell out of that get-up attack and wow, just robbed the hell out of it. Like Rob as in, not robbed as in stole, but robbed as in the character.
He did the thing that we've seen Rob players do a billion times before, and gyro into side B is nothing new, but it was fantastic for 8BitMan to get.
The bait that he got that off of was very gorgeous.
Like, the setup for it was great. The actual execution, we've seen it a million times.
Very good stuff coming out from 8BitMan.
Oh, wow. This could be very, very bad for WebbJP. Barely managing to live through it with some fantastic DI. Going to be able to make it back to stage, but he does have to get his feet down.
Yeah, and he hit him out of the flip kick, and he no longer had it in that situation, able to successfully get the gimp on Zero Suit there. And 8BitMan just completely turned this around. What an excellent showing from him. I love how earlier in the combo he mixed him up to try to get an extra tech chase, and that's what led to the gimp.
I'll be careful of that gyro. Webb. Really good decision making to just get away from it. Did not want to get caught between the down tilts and the gyro, but still 8BitMan chasing fantastically. Webb's got to find a way to get a little bit more percent on so we can clean this stock up.
And able to get the punish on the laser. Let's see if he's able to make something out of this ledge trap. Drifted a little bit too far, put himself in the corner there. 8BitMan's going to capitalize. Could have lost the stock, but this is not a good spot to be in for Webb, and 8BitMan's going to take full advantage. Very well timed get-up attack to get himself out of the corner there.
Yeah, it's a scary place to be on ledge against Rob, and I'm very, very impressed by how WebbJP's been mixing up his options on the ledge to get away from it.
He's definitely living a lot at the ledge, and Webb, although he's down, he's definitely not out of it, and he's not playing like he's out of it either. Still playing very consistent, not trying to force an interaction.
Now comes back down looking for that bear on shield, maybe trying to get a shield poke off to take the stock out, but that should be it.
Yes,
and yes, it is
barely
going to
by
be.
a hair. And Webb spacing that entire stock was that of a player saying, I'm not out of this yet.
No, it's a player that knows, hey, I'm one good up air combo, I'm one good string away from evening this up and still being in this set, still being able to stay in winners, but oh, that was so close.
And 8BitMan doing his best not to let that happen, trying to catch these jumps from Webb, but Webb is very conscious of the bears he's throwing out.
I loved that retreating fair to be able to catch 8BitMan and look at this.
Wait.
Here's the up airs.
Whoa.
Here's the up airs.
Oh, okay.
Not going to be
Good
able to
DI.
close it out. But yeah, some fantastic DI from 8BitMan, but both of us saw that future.
If Webb had drifted in, that will be not quite.
Oh, and a really good air dodge there from Webb as well to avoid the gyro. Still not able to get off ledge.
Scary spot.
Scary, yeah.
That'll be it. Very good stuff from 8BitMan. Never mind, I'm tripping.
How is Webb still alive? And 8BitMan misses the dare. Webb, a second lease on life, very well might be able to steal away the set with this opportunity.
This is huge. 8BitMan's in a very scary spot. That hold was crazy, but 8BitMan, good reaction to swat him out of it. Sometimes your best offense or defensive option is an offensive option, and that will be catching his drifting with the back air. 8BitMan barely taking that. Very good stuff to both players, though. That was definitely a joy to watch.
Yeah, you said barely taking that, and I'd like to point out that before it became barely taking that, 8BitMan had a full